Our toes are often a very neglected part of our feet. So let's floss our toes to get them moving the way nature intended. Find a comfortable position that you can reach for your foot. You may be on the floor, like I am, or on a chair. And then we will start straightening the right leg and crossing the left foot on top. From here, we will bring the pink finger of the opposite hand between the pink toe and the next toe, and then we'll go on with each finger. We are interlacing our toes and fingers here. That's the intention. If this is too much for you, you're not here yet, what you can do instead of going into interlacing fingers and toes, you can just work and pull apart each toe at a time in both directions, right? So then you pull the big toe away and go on. So you can work on that first if this step seems to be too much for your toes now. And then when you get to be with the fingers, toes interlaced, you can roll around your ankle. So we can say hello again to the ankle, flossing it in this direction and then the other direction. And let's do the other side. So switch. Let's see how this side is. And then if you need to go one at a time, go ahead and work with separating them. Pulling away the toes one at a time, or working with interlacing and rotating the ankle in both directions. And then from here, we will stand up. On this standing position, first thing we need to do is to move the pelvis back. If you have a tendency to carry your pelvis forward, the weight of your body forward, your toes are taking a lot of the weight. So start by paying attention anytime when you're standing, if your pelvis is moving forward, and then move it back so you feel the weight more on the heels. And that by itself will free your toes. And then the next work here is to lift up all the toes and lower them down. When you lift, see if you can spread them out and lower down. So you can do a few times this. The next work that you can do is to keep the 4 toes down and lift only the big toes and tap it down a few times. And then you switch, you lift the other 4 toes and tap down. And then you can alternate, lift big toes, lower, lift the other 4 toes. Can play a little bit. Notice that when you lift the 4 toes, the tendency is to roll on the inner arch. So try to balance and get, even though you're lifting the 4 toes, there is some weight going to the outer arches. And the same thing, when you lift the big toes, you may roll on the outer arch. So make sure you're drawing some weight to the inner arch as well. Then you can play with that, and you can get very creative with your toe work. And if you have bunion toes, if you wear heels, high heels and your arch is flat, you have a flat foot, this, or if you just want to keep your feet strong and feel that you can stand up solid on your feet, this is a great work for you to integrate in your everyday practice.